Something smooth yet sinister, coming through to diminish you, and this here's the finisher. Check it out.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And today what we are going to be getting into, guys, alright, we had some folks ask for a review on the new, well, sort of new, I guess, collaboration unit that was given to everyone during the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius collaboration. Alright, the unit by the name of Charlotte should have been provided to you via your presence box. Alright, so pretty much all you have to do, if you haven't yet, load up the game, look into your presence box, boom, brand new 7-star water unit by the name of Charlotte. Now this unit is Omni capable, alright, which is a good thing. Alright, 7-star era is pretty much dead at this point. It's all about the Omnis. Alright, so what we are going to be doing is we are going to get into a review of this unit. Yes, we are. So this is the unit Charlotte here. First thing we're going to do is evolve it up to Omni form. Okay, so what you need to do that, 2 water mecha gods, miracle totem, water idol, water spirit, water bulb, and a item known as the memory fragment. All right, in order to get that memory fragment, you have to farm the vortex dungeon overwhelming darkness a lot. You have to farm it a lot. All right, you are going to be farming the heck out of that dungeon during this collaboration because you need it for this as well as a couple other things, which I'll explain at a later time. All right, well, the sphere you also need it for. I'm not going to really get into that in this video, but there's a sphere you're going to want to farm that dungeon for too, called the Courage Aegis. It's a fairly decent secondary sphere, guys. I highly recommend you get it. They only allow you to get one for a reason, and that's because it's pretty freaking decent. All right, but moving on, memory fragment, grind out the overwhelming darkness, farm the heck out of it, then you go to town and you can craft the memory fragment and you'll be able to use it to evolve Charlotte up to 7-star. Right, so they give you an Omni unit, but you do have to work to get it up to Omni form. Okay, but once you do grind it out and get that 3 million Zell, 1 million Karma, you can take your Charlotte up to Omni, guys. All right, so give away Omni. I believe this is the first time they did this. Just give it to you in the presence box. So let's get it, guys. First, we're going to evolve Charlotte up to Omni form. I'm going to discuss pretty much everything that she's capable of, what she's all about, and then I'm going to give my 2 cents on what I personally think of the unit. All right, so here we go. Omni Evolution. Duty and honor are principles I treasure above all else. However, camaraderie may be important as well. Alright, so I don't know about you guys, but that definitely looks like the Lexita she's holding. If you don't know what the Lexita is, that is the rapier or sword that Selena uses. The starter unit Selena. It looks almost very identical. Alright, they have some subtle differences, but it definitely looks like the Lexita. Alright, so anyway, let's get into what our Omni Charlotte is capable of. Alright, first and foremost, let's talk about the normal hits. Alright, so her normal attack is 4 hits. It has a drop check of up to 12 per hit for a total of 48 on the normal attack drop check. Okay. The BB is a 6-hit AoE attack. It's going to take you 25 BCs in order to fill that up. The SBB is, the BB has a 350% damage modifier too. Want to make that known. The SBB is an 8-hit AoE attack. 30 BCs to fill that gauge up for a total of 55 to fill up the BB and SBB gauge. Alright, that has a 560% damage modifier, and might I add that on her BB, SBB as well as her UBB, she has a drop check of 2 per hit. Alright, so yeah. But the UBB is a 10-hit AoE attack. Going to take you 35 BCs to fill that up. 20 total drop check because you get 2 per hit. And it has a damage modifier of 1500%. All right. As far as the imps go, she's pretty standard on the imps. All right. We got 1500 on the HP, 600 on the other 3 stats. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into her leader skill here. Leader skill is called Royal Guardian. 50% boost to max HP and defense, 5% damage reduction, boost damage reduced by guarding. That's by 10%. All right. And then you also are going to heal HP each turn, and that's 800 to 1000 HP per turn. Okay, now her extra skill is called Caring Heart. All right, and the Caring Heart, what it does, 20% boost to all parameters, and add status ailment removal effect to BB and SBB when Patriot is equipped, and negates critical damage. Alright, so in case you don't know what Patriot is yet, it is another reason you are going to want to grind out the Overwhelming Darkness dungeon, because the Patriot is a sphere that you're going to need to craft in town, and you give it to Charlotte in order to unlock the fullness of her extra skill. Okay, now the sphere itself is not that great. All right, for that very reason, you are going to want to make one of these, throw it on Charlotte, and be done with the farming. You're not going to want to farm the heck out of these because they allow you to get more than one, but trust me, it's not really worth it. And the main reason it's not is because it is considered a stat up sphere, all right, which is like the most important sphere in all of Brave Frontier. Okay, but what the sphere itself does is a 20% boost to defense and max HP, 5% damage reduction, and negates status ailments. All right, like I said, that would be perfect for her on her own. You are not going to want to put that on any other unit because it sucks. All right, even a buffer jewel just blows that thing away. Okay, now let's get into the Brave Burst here. Brave Burst is called Magnanimous Aegis. 6 combo powerful water attack on all foes, negates all status ailments for 3 turns, gradually restores HP for 3 turns, and huge probable 1 turn attack reduction. Alright, so it's going to heal 1500 to 3000 HP when you use that, and you got a 30% chance to reduce the enemy's attack by 50%. Not too shabby. Okay, now the SBB, which we don't have unlocked yet, is called the Royal Armlet. Okay, it is an 8 combo powerful water attack on all foes, negates all status ailments for 3 turns, considerably boosts defense for 3 turns, that is by 140%, 50% damage reduction for 1 turn, okay, and huge probable 1 turn attack reduction. Okay, once again, 30% chance to reduce the enemy's attack by 50%. Okay, last but not least, we have the UBB. It's called Fortify. 10 combo massive water attack on all foes, enormously boosts defense for 3 turns, that's by 250%, 50% damage reduction for 3 turns. All right, probable enormous 3-turn attack reduction, that's by 80%, and fully restores HP for 3 turns. Okay, now last but not least, let's go ahead and get into her enhancements or her SP skills. Okay, so she can increase her stats, well, really only her HP, but for 10 points you can increase her max HP by 20%. For 10 more points you can take it from 20% up to 30%, and for 10 more points you can take it from 30% up to 50%. Okay, and then you got for 30 points you can negate elemental damage. All right, for 20 points you can enhance the success rate of her BB and SBB's probable attack reduction effect by 10%. All right, so it'll take it from 30% chance to up to a 40% chance. Okay, now for 30 points you can allow the SBB's 50% damage reduction effects to last for an additional turn, so it'll give you damage mitigation for 2 turns on SBB only. Okay, for 40 points you can enhance the SBB's defense boost effect by 20%, so it'll give you a 160% boost to the defense. Okay, for 40 points you can enhance the BB's HP restoration each turn effect by 1000 HP. All right, and last but not least, for 60 points you can allow the UBB to last for 4 turns instead of 3. Okay, so all in all, what do you think of this unit, Trey? Well, let's break it down bit by bit. The leader skill is decent. All right, and the reason I say decent, the only thing really that makes it even decent is the 5% damage mitigation. Okay, the flat 5% damage mitigation across the board is definitely a wonderful thing. We do have quite a few 7 stars out there that give you a 10% flat across the board damage mitigation, but I don't think there's any Omnis in the game right now that give you any more than 5% besides Miss Charlotte here. So that is the only thing that makes that leader skill even at all worth it. All right, other than that, I would give that leader skill just crap. It's definitely bottom of the barrel without that, but that makes it a little bit decent. Her extra skill, I think, is a good redeeming quality for her. Okay, when you equip the Patriot, it gives her BB and SBB the ability to remove and negate status ailments, which is a definite plus for me. I really don't like units that do one or the other when it comes to removing and negating status ailments. I'm really not a big fan of that. I would rather them do both. So if you can craft her sphere, equip it on her, she's able to do both, which is a definite plus. All right. 20% boost to all stats is good for her as well, because statistically she is slightly subpar from other Omnis. Slightly, all right, not by a lot, just a little bit, slightly. Okay, so the 20% boost to her parameters with the extra skill definitely helps her out quite a bit. Negating critical damage is just a little bit of an added bonus. It'll keep her alive. The thing about this unit too, her stats, she is slacking pretty good on the attack, but she makes up for it in defense, okay, on her base stats, as you can pretty much see here on the screen. Even her base attack and defense, you can tell. All right, so and her BBs and SBBs are also focused around boosting defense. So this is not really a damage dealing unit. All right, she is definitely also not a spark type unit. All right, you can see her BB, SBB, UBB. It's only like 6, 8, and 10 hits respectively. All right, so she is not a sparker by any means, guys. Okay, this is not a unit you're gonna want to be using as a spark blanket to do some serious spark damage. It is not her strong suit. She can bolster your squad's defense by a bit. She's on par with Lance. I believe Lance has the same as her, 160% boost with the extra skill, or the SP point unlocked with the enhancement. But as far as her SP skills, I'm not really too impressed by the SP skills. Okay, I mean, they're decent. It gives her a couple of extra things. Her only stat that can be boosted is her max HP. So like I said, when it comes to this unit, HP and defense, guys, all right, that's kind of her strong suit. She has fairly decent HP and defense to keep her head up, but other than that, not too great. Like attack wise, she's not that great. Recovery, she's decent. Okay, but all in all, for a free unit for Omni, I definitely think, all right, I definitely think that she is pretty good. Okay, she comes with mitigation. All right, a free unit that comes with mitigation and has an opportunity to increase it up to 2 turns if you decide to unlock that enhancement. That is definitely good stuff for a free unit. Like this unit, as long as you go in, put in the work, farm, evolve her Omni, she will take pretty much any newer summoner and definitely give them a nice start on the game. Okay, definitely. But for those of you who are pretty much vets at the game, you will probably evolve her for collection purposes and probably leave it at that. All right, you're probably not going to be using her too much or too often. Okay, but I will probably use her for more easy content. All right, I doubt you really be wanting to take her. I mean, you can definitely quest with her. You can quest with just about any unit. I doubt you'll want to take her into trial. All right, veterans are definitely going to have better units. Raid battle veterans are more than likely have better units. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of use out of her if you're a veteran, but a newer player, this is definitely a good unit for you. All right, so that's pretty much going to wrap this one up, guys, on what I think about Charlotte. For newer players, definitely a great free unit. For veterans, just evolve her, put her in storage. All right, that's pretty much going to be the deal with her. Okay. But that wraps it up, guys. So hope you folks enjoyed it. All right, and if you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, link is down below in the description. But other than that, I'm going to wrap it up. So thanks for stopping by, checking out the video, and I'll catch you folks next time. Peace.